Today we're going to be delving into a cruise company which offers friendly and intimate cruises and prides itself on being fully all-inclusive. They boast casual and personalised luxury unlike any other cruise holiday. Today we're looking at SeaDream Yacht Club. Well, hello and welcome to episode 99 of Planet Cruise Weekly. One off the ton, we're nearly there. And you might be a little bit surprised because today, as you can probably tell, Glenn Wallace has morphed into somebody completely different. And that's because today is a very special episode. We're talking about the SeaDream Yacht Club. And for that reason, we've invited a special guest, Mark Schmidt, who represents SeaDream Yacht Club across the UK. Mark, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and about the SeaDream Yacht Club.
Well, hi Keith, and hello to everybody at home. It's a real pleasure to be here today. I'm the UK Sales Director for SeaDream Yacht Club, and I've been with the company just coming up for 3 years now. I'm here today to introduce you to the beautiful yachts in SeaDream 1 and SeaDream 2 and really explain about the unique and amazing product that we have to offer. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, before we go any further, fresh from the success of last episode's introduction of our new online poll, thank you so much for getting involved. It was great to see your response. We are going to put today's poll in, and today, funnily enough, of course, it's going to be a little bit linked in with our friends from SeaDream. It's all about destinations. We love the fact that you like to sail all over the world, but where is it? Which particular area you prefer to sail to? Is it the Med? Is it maybe the transatlantic going on one of those crossings? Or is it the Caribbean? Or, in a nod to the fact that SeaDream Yacht Club have recently started doing wonderful sailings around Cuba, is it Cuba as an island and that area itself? Which do you prefer? Have your say. Click on the link above to let us know. And again, that's a choice between the Caribbean, between Cuba as a Caribbean island, the Med, or is it transatlantic going over to New York and back? Now, I've done my research, but I'm sure Mark here is going to correct me if I'm wrong. So here we go. Now, some of the things I do know about the SeaDream Yacht Club is that they've managed to carve a unique niche in the market. There are two SeaDream yachts. There's a SeaDream 1 and the aptly named SeaDream 2. And they both only take 112 guests on board, but amazingly have 95 crew members, which is an amazing ratio between crew and guests. That really is impressive. Now, SeaDream cater for couples, for single travellers, and they even attract large groups of friends and families. Pair this with what we here at Planet Cruise offer, with those fantastic fly and stay cruise options, and they really do have something for everyone. But Mark, tell us, what else do the SeaDream Yacht Club offer that really sets you apart from the competition?
For me, SeaDream is all about the unique ports that we can visit in both the Mediterranean, the Caribbean and Cuba. We can visit all the ports that the other competitors can't. It really does feel like being on board your own private yacht. That's why we call it yachting, not cruising.
Now, of course, many of you watching this will be interested in how you get onto a SeaDream yacht from the UK. Well, the good news is, and this really is good news, is first of all, you don't have to sail from the UK. And this is because, I always say this, I mean, I'm not a big one for sailing from the UK. It takes 2 or 3 days to get to the Mediterranean and the weather's heating up as you go. You've got to cross the Bay of Biscay, which can be, kind of dodgy at the best of times. Particularly at this time of year, it's a bit dodgy. And therefore, it's great to be able to get straight out to a destination and get involved and spend more of your holiday in the warmth and more of your holiday visiting those big rock star ports around the Western Mediterranean and beyond. So tell us a little bit more about your Mediterranean itineraries, Mark.
So as Keith just mentioned, all of our departures are from the Mediterranean ports, be it Nice, Rome, Athens, Dubrovnik, to name but a few, real simple direct flights from the UK, avoiding the Bay of Biscay. During the course of our voyages, as we already touched upon, you'll be visiting the lesser known ports in the Mediterranean. For example, we cover the small and beautiful ports on the Croatian coast. We'll visit destinations like Monte Carlo, Seville, Hydra, and even we're small enough to transit through the Corinth Canal in Greece.
Now, I love the fact you just mentioned about the Corinth Canal. If you're watching this and you've not had a chance to sail through, you really should put this right at the top of your priorities. It splits the Isthmus of Greece. It's absolutely incredible. You literally have these hydraulic bridges that lower down to let you go through this really narrow canal. Very few cruise ships are small enough to get through. It's an incredible experience because you see wild foxes running along the side. You're close enough to literally touch the side as you go through. And halfway down, there's lots of bridges that cross over, and people from Athens come and see the ships going through. People bungee jump off. So you'll be sailing along and there'll be somebody bungee jumping just in front of you. It's an incredible experience. And next up we're going to talk about the SeaDream Yacht Club and their exploration of one of my favourite parts of the world, the Caribbean. The Caribbean often gets described as the ultimate outdoor playground because there's so much you can do, and every island is slightly different. There's snorkeling, jungle safaris, island tours, zip lining, sailing, volcano tours. There's the world's only drive-through volcano, in fact, and adventures that really are never ending. Now, Mark, tell us a little bit about the unique way that the SeaDream yachts explore this amazing part of the world.
So with the Caribbean ports, you'll be able to embark SeaDream from ports like Barbados, San Juan, St. Thomas, and during the amazing Caribbean sailings, you'll visit the amazing Caribbean destinations of Tortilla, St. Barts, Saba, Josh Van Dyke, Norman Island, to name but a few.
And we mentioned it before, but one of the exciting additions to the SeaDream yachts itineraries is Cuba. One of the biggest Caribbean islands, and an incredible opportunity to kind of almost take a step back in time. It's kind of caught in this 1950s time warp, and it's an incredible place, particularly the capital, Havana, which has got an iconic reputation. You go out and you'll be able to explore the local bars. Every bar has a live band in Havana. It's incredible, and you can sit there, you can sip on your Cuba Libres, or one of your other kind of famous cocktails. You can go to the cigar factories and really enjoy that. But it's an incredible destination to visit, and one that really should be experienced in the next 2 to 3 years, because it is beginning to change, because the trade blockade has kind of been lifted, so there's newness now coming into the country. So this is a really exciting thing, Mark. I'm really excited that you've added this to the itinerary, because there's so much to enjoy in Cuba and Havana.
Voyage will either start from Havana or Cienfuegos, and we'll be visiting Maria La Gorda, Cayo Largo, Trinidad, to name but a few. Our land yachting adventures during the course of these voyages will really give you a true experience of Cuba.
It's funny, isn't it? Because Cuba's pretty much a byword on a lot of people's lips, because recently got covered by the Channel 5 Jane McDonald series. And I know that's generated a lot of excitement. Now, I've spent, I worked it out once, nearly a year of my life crossing the Atlantic one way or the other, because I worked on Queen Mary 2 for many years, and that's the world's poshest ferry, New York, Southampton, Southampton, New York. It's an incredible ocean and an amazing experience. It's something that you need to tick off in your list of things to do. And of course we call it the pond, we refer to it as the pond. So whereabouts on the other side of the pond, Mark, do SeaDream explore?
So our transatlantic voyages are probably one of the best kept secrets at SeaDream. We sail from either Malaga to Lisbon, over to the Caribbean, arriving in Barbados or San Juan usually. That are usually an average of about 12 days in length, to take into account for the crossing. It gives you a real chance to rekindle, reconnect and recenter with yourselves during those amazing 12 days at sea.
Funny enough, my brothers, I took my family on many of the cruises that I was working on. Their favourite one, for virtually all of them, was the transatlantic.
Wow.
Because they just said it was great to be able to focus on the ship, to be able to relax and unwind. And that got me to thinking actually about the whole idea of, imagine I could charter out a ship, I could rent out the entire ship just for me and whoever I wanted on board. And this concept of chartering is something that very few companies do, but SeaDream do it, don't they?
Absolutely. So we charter SeaDream out exclusively for sole use charters. Now generally we'll do them for 3 days in length, start at 3 days in length, anything up to 7, 12, 14 days as long as you want to exclusively charter your yacht. You could be for one of your milestone birthdays, for example. If you want to take away 100 friends and family for a week in the Mediterranean or the Caribbean, and exclusively tailor-make your own itinerary so that you know where you'll start, where you'll finish your journey, and pick out the unique ports in the destinations that we visit, then SeaDream is an amazing opportunity to celebrate those milestone birthdays.
So you can literally tell the captain where you want to go. And I mean, could you wander up and just say, Captain, I'd just like to see that island over there. I'd like to kind of anchor off there for a bit and have a bit of a rest up. I mean, how flexible is it?
It's to some degree, the starting and finishing point is set in stone.
Yeah.
But you will then actually, with our charter coordinator in Oslo, you will then be able to pick those destinations before you actually depart.
So now onto an important part, the accommodation. Where do I get to rest my tired head at the end of an exciting day on board a SeaDream yacht?
So fantastic. On SeaDream we have 4 categories of accommodation. We have our leading category, which is our yacht club staterooms. We then have our Commodore suites, which are back-to-back staterooms. We then have 1 Admiral suite and 1 Owner's suite on board each of our vessels. All the staterooms and suites have unobstructed ocean view rooms.
That's fantastic. So no nasty lifeboat stuck in the middle of your sea view.
Absolutely not with us.
Now, dining on SeaDream is seen as a gastronomical treat for the senses. Music to my ears, divine hearty menus interspersed with poolside snacks of fresh exotic fruits, small bites, and of course, deliciously decadent champagne and caviar, all of which combine to create SeaDream's version of what they call casual perfection. Restaurants and eateries are of a 5-star standard with dishes full of flavour and the luxury you'd expect from the SeaDream fleet. Now you'll find both a buffet breakfast and lunch on offer, as well as lighter options such as pastries and coffees on the top deck. The SeaDream Yacht Club prides itself on the quality of its food with the policy of always using the freshest ingredients possible, and for that reason supplies are regularly restocked throughout the voyage with local delicacies from the destinations visited featuring prominently on the menu.
We won an award from Berlitz in 2017 for one of the top 5 cruise cuisines at sea, which we're absolutely thrilled to have won, and real testament to what our chefs are producing when your guests are on board. Just when we're touching upon the food, each night really is a food extravaganza on board SeaDream. You'll have the chef's selection menu, you'll have your a la carte, you'll have our amazing raw and living menu that you can choose from as well, and you'll be able to pick and choose different parts off the menu. We can even, if you've been on board before and you remember the special dinner from previously, it may be that you'd have onion soup to start, a lobster for main and souffle for dessert. Within reason, our chefs will be able to try and recreate that for you as well.
So it's very clear from what Mark was saying there that every single SeaDream voyage is a food and wine extravaganza. However, interestingly, you also focus on specific wine voyages, which is where I start getting really excited. And this is where literally the cruise and the itinerary pairs the ultimate wine experience with the regions that are famous for producing wines and have these iconic backdrops. And whether you're a seasoned wine connoisseur or new to learning about and enjoying wine, these voyages can be a perfect occasion for developing your passion and knowledge of wine, cuisine, and geography. Following a delectable dinner, you might head to the piano bar for an after-evening drink, or after-dinner drink even, and then listen to some of your favourite tunes. And then later in the night, enjoy the live guitar recital on deck, or sit beneath the starry sky with popcorn and enjoy a movie. Or, if you'd like to chance your luck, there's even an onboard casino complete with blackjack tables. So one of the things that I feel really sets SeaDream Yachts apart from the competition is the fact that you've got so many water sports available off the back of the ship, is that right?
So yes, whenever we're at anchor and the local port says layouts, we'll drop the back of the yacht and go to one of our water sports activities out. So we've got our jet skis, kayaks, sailing boats, paddle boards. We've even got a banana boat on board. So when our guests are on board, they can jump off the back of the yacht and go swimming in the beautiful Mediterranean and Caribbean waters, and all under the guidance of our amazing water sports marine manager.
The other thing I'm going to mention, this I think is really unique. I think just to you, but you have these, am I right in thinking you can sleep under the stars? Is that right?
So we have our beautiful Balinese beds, which they're of course there for our guests to use during the day, but increasingly guests like to sleep out beneath the stars at night. So there's nothing more special than while we're graciously sailing from one port to another, you guests can be sleeping out beneath the stars where we sail.
And am I right in thinking that you have the only certified Thai spa at sea?
That's correct. So we are the only Thai certified spa at sea. We have 5 treatment rooms with 6 Thai masseurs on board each vessel. So there really is plenty of time for your guests to get their spa treatments as and when they want.
So, Mark, one thing we haven't really touched on, I think, is just how inclusive a SeaDream Yacht Cruise is. I mean, what exactly is included?
So, when our guests are on board SeaDream, all of your pouring wine and pouring champagne is included, all of your spirits and cocktails, all of your food. As we always mention the water sports activities, we've got mountain bikes on board, we do yoga and Tai Chi, and your gratitude's included as well.
And how about rebooking? Are there any benefits of rebooking on board?
So when our guests are on board, if they rebook for their next sailing, they get a 15% discount, which we believe is unrivaled to the best across the industry. If our guests rebook on board for a voyage at a later date, then they get a 10% discount.
So hopefully that's given you enough of an overview on the SeaDream Yacht Club. The important thing to remember is that they have 2 stunning and intimate ships, and if you want any more information about either ship or a particular sailing, then literally click the link over here and go to the website. Or you can give one of our wonderful destination experts a call and they'll be happy to help. If there's a cruising topic you want us to cover, then get in touch. And of course, last week we asked you the question, what is the Aurora Borealis, otherwise known as? And of course, it was
the Northern Lights.
Thank you very much, Mark. Now, we like to change things up and do things differently, so we're going to finish differently this week. We're going to ask you a question about travelling. And if you get it right, we'll give you a mention on the show next week. So, if you're ready, how many guests can SeaDream Yacht Club hold up to? How many guests can a SeaDream Yacht Club ship hold up to? Get your comments in the section below for a chance to hear your name mentioned in next week's show. And last of all, to contact us, you can email us at hello@planetcruise.com, or you can find us on Facebook and Twitter. And please don't forget to follow us on YouTube, where you can subscribe for all the latest videos, deals and cruise news. Thanks for watching. From myself and Mark, we'll see you soon.
Thank you.